Hi everyone and welcome to TARDIS-tacular Christmas Special Edition. Rosianna here, just with more Donna Noble coloured hair than normal. A very strange dye job that happened with myself, and a bottle of wash in, wash out. Don't really recommend it. It's meant to be brown. Anyway, I'm here to talk about Doctor Who, the Christmas special, and that aired on Christmas Day, as Christmas specials normally do. There was a lot of build up to it. The first proper trailer was aired during Children in Need this year, so there was a lot of build up. They've been putting the little TV spots every 5 seconds in the BBC adverts, which aren't really adverts because the BBC doesn't have adverts. They just have these little blocks of time where they advertise all the other programmes that they'll be showing on the channel. And so there's been loads and loads and loads and loads of promotion, and of course Radio Times have been going crazy. But I have to say, it is probably my least favourite, but I still really enjoyed it. Cybermen are tricky with me. I don't really like them as much as I like other alien monsters. They don't really inspire any fear in me. And I can get scared. I can be really jumpy, and the problem I have with Cybermen is I don't think they're very jump prone because they're all metal and robotic and so on, so they don't startle me in the same way that other aliens do. But also my general feeling about the whole thing is that we didn't see enough space. I wanted to see more space and stars, and the thing about it's really, I really sympathise with Russell T Davies, because it must be so hard after doing the huge epic grand scale of having Titanic in the sky and the whole of space and this huge story which concerned the whole of Earth, and you could see that it concerned the whole of Earth because it, you know, involved a big blimmin' Titanic crashing into it. Whereas this one, it was more like you knew something bad would happen if the Cybermen took over, but it wasn't as immediately apparent. You know, you couldn't see the big ship hurtling towards the Earth. So I do understand how it must be so hard, especially when you have someone like Kylie Minogue one year, and then the next year there must be all these expectations. But at the same time, I was just the whole time thinking, yeah, this is a really good story, and I love David Morrissey. I think he's absolutely great, and David Tennant's always fantastic, and a couple of the child actors were better than I thought they would. And it was funny, it had that nice balance of funny and tragic. And it reminded me quite a lot of the episodes in Series 3 when the Doctor turns into John Smith, and that kind of, that you really saw the humanity and the conflict of, you know, if you become the Doctor and then that's taken away from you, what identity do you have, and vice versa. It was kind of, it played with the opposite side of that dilemma. And yeah, I thought it was all a great character, great story, but why did it need to be set on Earth? I mean, we've done that kind of olden Christmas scene. We did that. That was in the first series of the new series with Charles Dickens. We don't need that old scene again. I want to see space and planets and big sizes, and maybe I'm just being horribly demanding, but that's what I liked. Although it was really, really, really cool to see that huge big Cyberman. Very Transformers, stepping all over London town. I thought that was great. The episode as a whole had lots of really funny lines, as always. I really liked the beginning scene, clinging onto the rope and they're being pulled up and pulled along. I have to say, I also held issue with the Cyber Shades, who were the freaking weirdest, fakest things, whatever they were, that I've ever seen in my life. It just looked like people wearing mops and masks. They looked like people dressed as dogs. They weren't scary. I didn't find the Cyber Shades scary at all. I think I was just disappointed in the way about how the Cybermen were used, and also they just didn't need the Cyber Shades. But I loved the acting in it, and I liked the general story, but I just didn't feel like it was a Christmas story. I felt like it was a kind of a mid-season Doctor Who story. I wasn't blown away by it in the same way that I was by the others. But it is hard to beat. I mean, the first one was the introduction of David Tennant, which is pretty hard to beat. So it's a hilarious episode, and it's got quotations from The Lion King, and it's wonderful. And the second episode, the second Christmas special, is partly Morning Rose, which, being the huge 10 Rose fangirl that I am, is sort of playing to my tune. And you also meet Donna Noble, who's hilarious and fabulous. I always loved Catherine Tate. I always thought she was great, and I was also genuinely scared by that because I'm arachnophobic. And you've got this huge big spider there, and also they travel on segways. And the third one I just loved, again, because, like I said before, because of the scale of it and because you saw so much space. The fourth one, why again? I don't know. I also just wish it was a little less London-centric, and that's coming from someone who lives in London. It would be really nice to see other places in the UK, or just anywhere in the world, feature in the 5 specials we've got to come, but that's all very exciting. Lots of rumours about next Doctors and so on, which is again very exciting. And another very exciting thing is Christmas presents, because my main thing this year, partly because I asked for it and had to take my mum to HMV so that she bought the right one, was season 4. It's the special edition one with the honeycomb and the red Dalek, and I love the inside. Favourite! And this is a really cool back cover as well. I really like it. The video diaries are shorter than I'd hope they'd be, but that's because, as David explains in them, there's kind of less new stuff, and what there is footage of is just hilarious. And the deleted scenes are all amazing. My favourite is the one from the Doctor's daughter, where it's not deleted, it's sort of the extended scene of the Doctor and Jenny as Jenny's dying. I was watching the full thing and just breaking because it is beautiful, and there's this conversation about the sigh that the creator does in the legend that they pass down, and I can't even explain it. It's heartbreaking. If you have the DVDs, just go watch it now if you haven't seen the deleted scenes. And the Howard Atfield ones are quite sad as well, because he clearly really enjoyed being on the show, and it's such a shame that he had to, die, which sounds very macabre. But that's what I like about the DVDs. I think they're good. I haven't found any Easter eggs yet, though. If anyone's found any Easter eggs, would you let me know? Goodie. Bye bye. I will make a video about the soundtrack soon. I will make one really soon, but I just get my zone for that. My hair is such a weird colour.